Hi everyone, Corey here from Tales from a Polk County Girl. This is going to be my One Book July week 4 review and wrap-up video. I know right now it's August 7th and I'm 7 days late filming this, but we all know how it goes, right? Alright, so anyways, this, if you remember from the videos, this is my One Book July bullet journal booklet. I can't believe I made it through One Book July. I did get a little crazy sometimes, and I just still can't believe I actually did it and didn't cave, especially when my Foxy Fix Marina showed up second week of July. Anyways, here are my notes on it. So I'm just going to read through these real quick. I'm glad I didn't second guess myself about the brain dump notebook and I kept it in. At one point I did think about taking it out, but having that brain dump quick jot notebook was a lifesaver at one point. It is kind of funny to think that I have a month's worth of God knows what, in this booklet, and it's been really interesting. I've actually gotten comments on my color coding, my color scheme in here, and I've been asked, it's like, how do you know what color to go to next? And my answer was very simple. Well, I have 5 colors in my pen. I go in alphabetical order, so black, blue, green, orange, purple, or whatever combination thereof was in the pen at the time. But yeah, there were some people commenting at work about, how colorful my notebook was. The one pen was very interesting. I did like being able to switch colors, via the Coletto. But I run through the Coletto ink so quickly, I think I'll save that. I'll save the Coletto for, like, if I'm going to travel and I don't want to carry a million pens, the Coletto is going to be my travel pen. I think that's what's going to end up being. Speaking of which, the only inks that are left are like a teeny tiny bit of the purple and the red. I ran out of the black. Here I can actually show you. When did I run out of the Alright, just real quick, you're going to see green and purple on this page. I'm not going to hold it up real long. I ran out of green on Wednesday, July 27th. And I ran out of black. I got through making my weekend list, my final weekend list in black. Lisa Frank stickers. And as you can see, I actually didn't do much that weekend. There's not a lot crossed off there. But yeah, I did end up running out of black ink that weekend and finishing everything up in purple. So One Book July definitely helped me realize that I function best with a brain dump notebook and then not a daily journal per se, but the setup that I've chosen to use in August now is very similar to what I was using in One Book July. I took, one of my cut down notebooks for the narrow, and I just make, I'll show you it right here. I have my daily set up like I did, and these lines are wider so the timing spills over into next, and then just notes throughout the day, other stuff I want to do, other things I need to write down. And then once again, I like having, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. While Friday will initially, for work purposes, get its own daily list, once I'm off work and the weekend has started for me, I go to a weekend list where I just go by this for the rest of the weekend, and then Monday, I haven't filled anything in yet, but Monday is ready to go. And I like that because I like the freedom of being able to make the page, I'm trying to do 3 things, make the page whatever I need it to be that day. And I learned that from One Book July, and I really like that. I asked my husband, from a, kind of an outsider's point of view, because he thought this was an interesting experiment as well. But his observation was, I seemed to be more stressed out because I had to limit myself to what was in that one traveler's notebook instead of being able to just grab a different insert or like grab my blog post insert and write in that. I seem to be limiting myself in terms of space in notebooks and in terms of despite what I said in my previous videos on One Book July, I really wanted that Coletto to last me the full month. And so I didn't do as much journaling as I normally do. Normally I do lots of journaling. I'm happy to go back to my blogging insert. Speaking of, I noticed that my blog writing was like almost non-existent in July. I mean, I did write some blog posts, but it wasn't like it was. And that might have contributed to the whole limited in space, limited on ink, whatever. I don't actually know if One Book July had anything to do with this, but I know I had mentioned at the beginning of One Book July that I had started working on a new piece of fiction, and that was going to stay in its own notebook. And I've actually made a lot of progress on it, and I'm really happy that I'm writing again. So I don't know if that has if One Book July had anything to do with that. I just thought I'd mention it. And I think that's it. But yeah, I got all the way through. There were 95 numbered pages, and I got through on One Book July stuff to page 92, and pages 93 and 94. I started sketching out what August was going to look like for me. But that was One Book July for me. I mean, everything else in the Maverick was fine, but this to me was the one book part. Not really the Traveler's Notebook, but this. So I did it. I'm happy I did it. I learned a lot about myself. But what I'm looking forward to next year, now that I've done One Book July 1.0, I can do 2.0 next year and do the project. And I look forward to that. So hope everybody else enjoyed One Book July. Check out all the rest of the videos, and I'll see y'all later on YouTube. Bye.